we get ready to move.
Interesting decision by Tom Izzo to start Xavier Booker today, the freshman from Indianapolis, as Indiana boy gets right to work. Renew trying to go up top, but Kel'el Ware unable to finish in tight.
Yeah, that was a quick hitter that they tried. Watch for Walker and Adkins with the high screens. They'll be using those a whole bunch this afternoon.
Tyson Walker misses on his first take. Tom Izzo telling us before the game that he's inserting Booker, young kid making only his second start of the year, to try to give them some more offense, Jim, at least early in this game.
Yeah, and watch for his pick and pop at the other end of the floor. He can shoot the ball from long range. And Indiana likes the post up. And here's Renew down to the block. See if they throw a little double team at him, which they do.
Three-pointer, it's Galloway.
He had missed coming into this game 13 consecutive three-point shots, so it's nice to see him get some rhythm early on with the inside-outside game for Indiana.
Galloway was an excellent three-point shooter last year, 46%. And that's a good early sign for the Hoosiers. Three-pointer not even close from Booker. Michigan State coming off their win over Northwestern on Wednesday at the Breslin Center that actually ended a three-game losing streak. Two of those losses coming at home as H.A. Holgard misses the little mid-range jumper.
Yeah, nice little pull-up jumper too. Got the defender Galloway going back quickly and just stopped on a dime.
Catch and shoot off that corner from Mackenzie Mbako, one of the highly touted youngsters on Mike Woodson's roster.
And he has range also to add to that mid-range jumper.
Indiana, 3 straight wins in conference play. First time that's happened this year, as they are playing arguably their best offensive basketball of the season. Akins, who's really struggled of late, last couple of weeks from 3. Jimmy misses on his first take.
And I think Michigan State would probably turn the corner a little better if they started to attack the glass.
This is Renew moving away. Tough little baby hook shot. Galloway loose ball. Ware's going to track it down, and they'll reset. Mbako from deep.
Now they can run right now.
Here's Booker. Boy, he's got athleticism for days, but the quick hands by Cups. And then the news of Liam McNeely, one of the 5-star McDonald's All-Americans, decommitting. The story we'll get into as the day goes on. But how does this IU team end the regular season against Michigan State?
Mike Woodson told us that the defense has been really sharp.
Shot clock down to 3. It's a tough shot from the corner by Hall, who is really playing some high-level basketball of late.
Well, we've seen Hogard go with the bounce, but really the only guy going towards the basket. Look at this bounce.
Mbako, friendly bounce. So Michigan State still looking for its first points. They're 0 of 5 shooting.
And Mbako has been playing really well, especially shooting the ball from long range. Over these last 3 games, his numbers are dramatically up.
43% from 3 is Mbako over his last 7.
Yep.
Averaging better than 17 per.
Nice double team right there with Ware from behind.
Shot clock down to 6. Walker against Cups. Hogard from deep. And finally, he gets the Spartans their first points.
He does, but there's nothing easy so far with the way Indiana has been really in tune defensively.
Hogard struggled in their win against Northwestern on Wednesday, but pretty much everyone struggled offensively in that game.
They shot 2 for 17 from 3 in that game. Surprising that they won it.
Here's Mbako, little sidestep. He's got so much offensive ability, and speaking of which, it's Ware on a stick back. He and Zach Edey, the only players in the Big Ten averaging a double-double in conference play. 16, 10.5 rebounds, and he's shooting better than 62% from the field.
Yeah, and he could extend too and shoot the 3 when necessary.
One of the reasons why the Hoosiers have won 3 straight games. Carson Cooper, I beg your pardon, Jackson Kohler onto the floor for Tom Izzo. Little floater that time from Walker. And this Michigan State offense still struggling now. 1 of their first 7 from the field. Hoosiers get it down the floor quickly. Inside, it's Renew.
Yeah, Kohler was a factor there, but late getting there to help out. But Renew is very, very active, running the floor and getting into spots where he can contribute and really make things happen in a hurry.
Boy, Walker A little bit careless with it. It's a Spartan turnover.
Look up, you get a layup.
Galloway inside with the leader. Tom Izzo wants a timeout.
Career scorer, just under a touch under 20 points per game.
Tom Izzo looking for a spark here. Trey Holloman is checked into the game. This is Hall. Tough spin over 2. And the stick back there. Boy, beautifully done as Akins getting his hands dirty.
Yeah, see how they pushed the floor in towards the middle of the floor? They knew exactly what they were doing after that timeout. Hall taking that off the bounce, and the guards knowing that he's going to shoot it, they attack the offensive glass.
Jaden Akins was scoreless in their win on Wednesday. First time he's been scoreless since his freshman year. As Renew had it knocked out of his hands underneath. Galloway the loose ball. Ware calling for it. Has it on the box, steps middle, elevates. Boy, he is so good. The talent has been on full display. Boy, Akins streaking to the cup, couldn't finish.
Good look.
Ware from deep.
Yeah, we just saw him magically in the post with that big stride and the little fall-away jumper. But as I stated before, he can step away and shoot that ball from long range. Boy, Indiana is just having a carryover effect from their last 3 games on the offensive side.
Boy, Kohler just masterful with his feet, but Ware the length to bother the shot.
Watch this footwork. Here we go. Oh, nice work by Ware, not buying any of it, though.
Shot clock down to 4. Holgard has to work quickly. Inside. Boy, got his feet. Xavier Johnson, Anthony Walker checked in for Mike Woodson. They've got to work quickly. Boy, Hall had an excellent look, just couldn't finish. And Michigan State now, if you've just hopped on with us, 2 of 13 from the field.
Oh, boy, wide open.
And Bucko. And Michigan State is taking it on the chin here in Bloomington.
As I touched on the last 3 games, and Baco's been shooting the ball so well from 3, and they leave him wide open to get that shot off.
Akins, extra feed, gets it back from Holloway. Walker and Baco, boy, they are challenging.
But it's working first from the outside and the perimeter, and they're sagging off just enough to condense the middle of the floor.
Shot clock at 5.
Got to go with it.
Hall's got to work quickly. 1 to shoot, a spinning fade, back of the rim. And another contested shot.
Look at the energy level that Indiana's playing with overall as they turn it over right now.
It's the first thing that Mike Woodson touched on when we spoke to him today. Speed and transition. We're just playing at a faster clip. And that has made us a different team to handle with our offense.
And not turning the ball over also, which is key.
Holloman probing, looking for a seam inside, and he goes glass. Big shot for the Spartans.
Yeah, he gives them some real good efforts off the bench. Did a couple of big free throws the other night at the end of the game against Northwestern. Solid contributor.
Finished with 12 points, highest scoring game for him since early January.
Trying to get it to the post if they can.
This is Walker, the Miami transfer, leaner there, no good.
How about the other night? They started the game off with 21 assists on their first 21 field goals made.
Unbelievable to watch. Johnson, unselfish, maybe too unselfish, as the Hoosiers turn it over there.
And a little bit up in the air too much just then. You go up in the air and you get lost, and you have to tell Mike Woodson that's for sure. He knows that.
4th game since Johnson made his return. Remember, he missed those 4 weeks with the elbow injury. Missed the stint of the season earlier, the 7 games with the ankle. Just hasn't been able to get himself physically right.
High leaper here.
This is Cohen Carr to the rack, not that time. Some of the youthful exuberance that Tom Izzo has at his disposal, but Michigan State comes up empty. This is Mbako, not a Renew.
Oh, right by him.
Taking Cooper. So here's Renew at the free throw line, 67% on the season. Griffin fan base here.
Yeah.
A disappointing year in terms of the big dance. We'll have a chance next week, but you know, Woody is as feisty as they come.
Oh, he sure is. And so are these fans.
But boy, do they look good, playing their best basketball of the season at the most important juncture.
There's just nothing easy happening on the Michigan State offensive side of things. Closing them down on the dribbles.
Walker crossover, terrific defense by Walker to force. Shot clock down to 1. Cooper turns and misses. And again, just excellent Indiana defense.
How many possessions have you mentioned too, Spiro, that the shot clock has been winding down for Michigan State?
This is Renew. Really good defense from Cooper. Offensive rebound, Leal. But he has his pocket picked.
Renew is really fancy underneath, though, regathering himself to get up for that second chance opportunity in there, a second move.
Michigan State 3 of 17 from the field. Holloman, wow, beautifully set up, but he misses badly. And the Spartans now 1 of 6 from deep. And Jimmy, these are these offensive spells that we've seen from Michigan State. One of the reasons why they got off to that really bad start. 3-pointer that time from Mbako, too much.
Let's see if they can start getting it going to the basket a little bit. And high screens for Walker, goes the other way. Wow, wide open 15-footer, he can't knock it down.
And Walker has struggled, this just hasn't been the same team. Johnson, boy, had a wide open seam and somehow couldn't hit the layup. So a 15-point game, Malik Hall won't get a better look than that. And the weak side clear by Walker.
Even when they get a couple back-to-back open shots, Spiro, it's almost as if they're hesitating just a little bit, looking for weak side defenders or somebody to close on them, which didn't happen the last 2 trips.
Told you about what's at stake. Both of these 2 teams can finish anywhere between 6th and 8th in terms of the seeding in next week's Big Ten Conference Tournament in Minneapolis. We're new double team, they got a piece of it. Leal gets it back, and then it's Renew with the angry flush.
And how about Leal making that decision too? Spiro just sitting back, reading the play. Rather than retreating, he goes after the basketball.
Largest lead of the day for the Hoosiers. Spartans desperately looking for answers. It's Walker, and 5th in the conference in scoring.
Spiro in that Northwestern game just recently, last time out, he made 2 terrific driving layups with 3 minutes left on the clock and under.
Boy, Johnson, acceleration, trying to pass to Ware in tight quarters, but I use 4th turnover.
And just a little out of control again, going up and getting off his feet, not having a place to go with that ball again.
Walker thought about it across the floor to Akins. Puts it on the deck, loses his footing, man. This is going to be a travel. Haven't been able to shoot straight.
Feels like
21.
Feels like more than that, doesn't it? Just no consistency at all.
Ware catch and shoot, and he goes glass.
That's when you know you're in trouble right there. But he goes up, catches it at 15 feet away. Well, Booker looking at him and was fairly well defended on that trip also.
He's hit for at least 26 in 2 of his last 3 games, including Indiana's win at Minnesota on Wednesday night. Sissoko the catch underneath. My goodness.
That's a man attack right there. I didn't realize he was going to get that much strength. Thought he was bumped off his spot just a touch.
He only scored 1 point, didn't hit a field goal in their victory on Wednesday.
Hasn't been shooting much. That's part of his problem. I think it's 5 field goals over the last 3 or 4 games he's had. They're going to try to double team that. Let's see if they can make the outside shot.
A little bit short on the 3 was Leal.
You know, a couple of buckets in a row here, and Michigan State can kind of get back into this relatively quickly. Have to make good decisions, though.
We crossed the 7-minute mark before halftime. Holgard a little bit sloppy with it. This is going to be a kick.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
And they played Duke in Arizona this year. Remember, they were 4-5, 9 games into the year. All of a sudden, questions being asked, would this finally be the end of Izzo's run? Remember, 25 straight trips to the dance. Longest streak of any Division I coach in history. But it looks as though they're going to be playing once again deep into March.
And better activity from Michigan State on that offensive set. Cooper just couldn't come down with it and go back up with it. Another turnover.
Low turnovers for both teams. And again, the story from Michigan State, if you've just joined us, just poor shooting, 8 of 26. Hogard with the theft, and then the Spartans give it right back. Hall of Famer Izzo and Mike Woodson. This is Johnson into the corner for Leal. Errant pass. So back-to-back Indiana turnovers. Oh, Euro step. Inadvertent contact as he's tripped to the deck. 5 Michigan State turnovers in the last 30 seconds.
There's another deflection. Michigan State defense has picked up a notch the last 3 times.
Hogard across the floor to Walker. Now to Holloman. Hall on the box, turns and banks it down. And Michigan State back to within 11.
You got to get Hall on track, especially if your guards aren't playing and shooting the ball well. Hall coming off 17 rebounds in the last game out. Oh, you can't do that.
Offensive. It's a big statement. He's had some big games over the years.
Senior night, too. The emotions are really high-packed when you're playing in your last senior game. Watch the footwork here.
This is Kohler outside to Hogard. Into the corner, Holloman way too much. Wow. And Ware towering over everyone else, his 5th rebound.
Good call, Spiro, because that was just length that got that, because he didn't have the greatest position against Cole on that one.
Inside of 2 minutes left before the break. 32-21 Indiana. With the Hoosiers looking for a 4th straight win. Mbako splash.
Boy, he knew that Hogard was forcing him to his left just a little bit. He sized them up and said, I'm not going left, I'm going straight up on you.
3rd 3 of the half for Mbako.
There you go, good drive.
Here comes Hall, flicks it up to the rim, and he's headed to the free throw line.
That's how you're going to work your way back into this game, is just get Hall involved, close range, and try to put it on the deck. Watch him go around the corner here and waits for the hit, and then looks up and squares his shoulders towards the basket to finish it off.
Told you about what Malik Hall has done of late. 50-year graduate player, 18 points, 8 rebounds, Jimmy, over his last 7 entering this one today. And a huge 3-point play here to bring Michigan State within 10.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, you know, get a stop or 2 here. This will be 3 possessions at least, 2 for Indiana, as Mike Woodson probably, going to call timeout.
That drama build.
I bailed.
And now we've been told, Jimmy, they're going to look at it again at halftime. So apparently the drama is not over yet. Here's Ware. Spins, elevates, a little bit of contact from Kohler.
Surprised he didn't make that one.
This has been an Achilles heel for Indiana this season. Dead last in the Big Ten in free throw percentage on the season, just 65.8% as a team.
Wow.
And Ware has taken all 7 of their free throws so far in this half. Walker buries a transition 3.
It's an old-fashioned 2-for-1 just then. Get it down if you have an open shot. Good call from the sideline with Tom Izzo to get it up and go.
Only the 3rd triple in 10 attempts for the Spartans.
They're coming off 2 of 17 in their last outing against Northwestern. They had a grunt and grind to get that win.
Closest that Michigan State has been since they were down 10-3 in the early stages.
This is what they do. They just continue to fight. It may not be pretty on the offensive end, but they're working their way in.
Johnson turns the corner, down the paint, errant pass, it's a turnover. The 9th committed by Indiana.
See the problem too, Spiro, when you go to the basket like that, it's a strong drive. You may want to challenge Hall right here and go after him a little bit, because that difficult pass, as your momentum is carrying you towards the out of bounds, that's a real hard one to make unless you're a left-handed player who could scoot that ball across with your strong hand.
Remember, it's his 4th game back since he missed that 4-week stretch with the elbow injury, and those turnovers now starting to become an issue for this Indiana offense.
Michigan State gets a bucket right here and hold them once they give the ball up. A big lift for Tom Izzo's team.
Hogarth gets a Kohler screen, hesitation maneuver into the paint, misses, it's stuck back inside by Hall.
Beautiful hesitation there.
Final seconds, Leal looking for some daylight, trying to draw contact, no whistle. Xavier Johnson starting.
And no prediction there, but he just doesn't look like a guy who's leaning into the game, does he? He kind of looks like he's just sitting there waiting for something to happen, and doesn't look too good right now. Hopefully he's okay.
So the Spartans with a 22-10 run to close the first half, trying to pick up where they left off. Told you about what's at stake. Both of these two teams could finish anywhere between 6th and 8th in terms of the seeding in the conference tournament as Walker buries a three.
And that's the best start they could think of. Cups fell asleep a little bit on the defensive end, just then allowing that wide open Walker jumper.
11 unanswered points by the Spartans going back to the first half, and that IU turnover issue continues. Walker corner three, not that time. Offensive rebound, they get it back to Walker. Whoa, way too much.
Make sure he's getting good looks.
Boy, Walker's got the green light. Outside to Kohler, they're gonna reset. This is Hogarth, mid-range jumper. Fight for it underneath. Kohler on the glass. Indiana, 3 straight wins. First time that's happened in conference play this season. 17-13 overall, 9-10 in the Big Ten. And Baco's corner three, no good, and a loose ball foul here. Whichever team loses this game will be that 8th seed next week in a tournament that begins in Minneapolis. Kel'el Ware, nasty. Open transition three from Akins, won't go.
You don't shoot yourself into a problem if you're Michigan State, if the threes aren't going as they get in a turnover. Missed call there by Renew going to push them a little bit.
Akins underneath, reset to Hogarth, slashes in. Akins, offensive rebound, Hall.
Gets Cups, the smaller guy over there.
Akins another chance, and he sticks it from the corner.
Now, Spear, in the first half, we talked about at the close of it that the rebounding has not been that good this season for Michigan State. Sure looks pretty good in the last 2 minutes or so.
Michigan State has not led in this game. They've been down by as many as 17. And Baco.
Good looking jumper just then. Just couldn't find the bottom of the net. Make sure you try to attack. Hogarth's been pretty good putting the ball on the floor. Here he is again going towards the basket.
Hogarth dribbled it off of his foot.
Michigan State have to put the ball on the floor, go towards the basket, and get Indiana rotating a little bit and hope they come up a little bit late like they did that last possession. A lot of high screens coming at them.
Akins gonna pull, and he buries it. First lead for Michigan State.
37% on the season from long range, but Tom Izzo talked about getting Akins and Walker in the first half, which they didn't. Get them some high screens so they can really execute on that pick and roll or the pull-up jumper.
Boy, they were waiting for Akins to get his offensive game going. Scoreless in their win Wednesday against Northwestern. Boy, he has come back with a vengeance. Hall up the floor. Beautiful clean strip by Johnson underneath. Michigan State won that scrappy grind-out game on Wednesday at home. And they're throwing some body punches here
from long range.
See the run by the Spartans. Akins misses from the corner. Johnson's gonna fire.
Wow.
And he misses wildly.
Good rebound too by Hall, because a lot of times those air balls go to the offensive side of the court. Offensive players can read that a whole lot easier than the defensive guy trying to block out. I'd like to see Hogarth continue to put the ball on the floor and go after somebody in the paint.
Hogarth looking for some daylight. Walker around a screen. Splash!
Boy, Tom Izzo found something over on the right side of that floor that he likes. He's been running down screens.
Michigan State was down 17 points in the first half. They've scored 9 straight, and it's an extended 34-12 run going back to the first half. Ware, good with his feet, but he misses everything with that shot.
That is a real tough shot to convert. I don't care if you have 7 feet of size or not to adjust like that.
Tyson Walker, not a whole guard.
See how they're coming around the corner, though, Spiro? They're trying to look for paint action off the dribble.
Hall double team, good ball movement.
There he
Whole
goes.
guard.
Yep, there he goes again.
Into the paint. Boy, they are lighting it up with this offense. What a turnaround for the Spartans.
Yeah, he may not be doing that great in terms of mounting up the points, but what he's doing is he's creating a lot of havoc.
Boy, Ware, that is a physical play going right into the chest of Cooper.
Indiana started this game with 10 for 20 from the floor, and now they're only 5 of 17.
Offensive foul. Boy, beautifully done defensively by Leal. Feast or famine offense. And right now it is going their way. A 17-point Michigan State deficit that they've turned into a 5-point lead. Here's Renew, desperately need him to get going, and he gets a friendly bounce.
He's got a great touch, that's for sure. A nice opportunity to steal there in the deflection, but Johnson couldn't come down with it.
Renew, by the way, now double-digit points.
Watch that double
25
team.
straight.
Look at the ball hopping.
They work it to Akins.
Whoa.
Back of the rim. Johnson, leaping rebound.
Renew and Hall going after it on the offensive glass there, with Hall trying to work his way in.
Gabe Cups, freshman, making another start today. Underneath to Ware. Up top, he's just too strong once he gets on that box.
And that one was a better look at the basket just then. He controlled himself rather than rushing into it. He forgot that he's not going to get that shot blocked.
For the efficiency of his offensive game, we're going to get a block here. Confirmation, defensive foul against Xavier Johnson. Inbound to Walker, he's had the green light, and he sticks another one deep in the corner.
Tom Izzo wanted him to get untracked. Him and Akins were very important, the guards, to get them playing at a stronger offensive level. The defense is always there, but offensively he wanted them. Indiana, by the way, lost a timeout on that too, Spiro.
That was a long two by Walker, who saw him talking to one of the athletic trainers. No longer has that brace on his leg, but at this stage, Jimmy, just not sure if he's going to be available here in the second half. Again, such an important piece for Mike Woodson in Indiana. Ware, boy, tough shot, fading away with all that length.
Yeah, showing the jump hook, showing that. He showed us a three-point shot earlier in the first half.
Ware's got 17. Look at Walker, boy, he is carving him up. 18 per game. Again, Michigan State's top scorer for his second straight year. And a big three-point play to give the Spartans a 4-point lead. Touchdown, what's at stake with conference tournament seeding.
Sometimes a post up for Renew with this play here. They go away from it. Still looking for him.
Ware's gonna pull. Back of the rim, and it's tracked down by Hogard. Winner of this game can finish as high as 6th or 7th in terms of seeding at the Big Ten tournament next week. The loser will be the 8th seed.
They keep looking to drive it towards the paint, which is smart for Michigan State, especially on the road.
Walker working on the corner, gonna reset with 8 on the timer. Walker guarded by Leal, leans up, and he goes glass.
Oh, that's impossible to guard just then. It's kind of like a hesitation shot.
Look at this kid, my goodness.
All right, now we're going to open it up a little bit here, Spiro. They're going up and down a bit.
Jimmy, you are not supposed to have that kind of hand-eye coordination at his size. No. Kel'el Ware. Meantime, Michigan State riding the hot hand of Walker, who's got 13 points in the half. This is Hall.
Yeah, size advantage here to take advantage of it.
He's going to shoot over 2. Front rim, weak side rebound, Renew. 4-point Michigan State lead inside of 12 minutes left. Ware on the box.
If they double team him now, there goes. Oh, little.
Tyson Walker has been exceptional, and Kel'el Ware has been really the only source of offense for the Hoosiers in the second half, Jimmy.
Nice.
And they turned it over off the floor. Boy, brilliant pass, and Hogard with the layup.
The reaction just then was terrific, not only with the steal, but how Hogard was watching the play and immediately took off down the floor. They are really in tune to what each other are doing at the defensive end right now.
And Baco, and then Ware is fouled on the catch. This should be on Sissoko.
So you have the deflection here, and Holloman just pitches it up ahead. Hogard finishing it off. Well, they're a totally different team than they were in the first 12 minutes of this game.
Michigan State just so up and down with how they played this year. Feast or famine at times. But boy, when they're playing like this is a completely different team to deal with. As Ware misses offensive rebound, Renew. And it's last touched underneath by Akins.
You notice when Ware takes that shot on the left side just then, he adjusts the shot just a little bit, and that throws him off. Renew doing his work on the offensive glass to try to help out. Good call from the officials.
And Baco, the inbounder. As we hit the 11-minute mark in the second half. Indiana looking for a 4th straight win to close the regular season as Leal sneaks in. Ware! Nasty stick back.
Just that Leal got that up on the glass was important, and so Ware could make a play on that with his nice cut to the basket.
Hogard is crowded and bumped here. This will be on Leal.
So watch that cut to the basket. Now watch, he just tries to get it up. He got banged there a little bit. And then Ware finishing it off. Look at the position. When Cooper comes over to help with the block shot attempt, nobody on the weak side can get in front of Ware quick enough. And even if they did, his size is going to win out.
14th double-double of the season for Ware, the Oregon transfer, and his 8th 2010 game of the season. Shot clock within 5. This is Holloman, overplayed by Cups, who had terrific defense that time. And it's last touched by the Spartans.
Well defended just then, too. Holloman had to adjust his shot. Floating to his left.
Jimmy, you said it. This is your classic Michigan State, Indiana.
It really
game.
is.
The intensity. They're building steeped in history and tradition here in Bloomington.
You got to bring it to that left side or have Ware follow the ball. They want to get him involved in the blocks.
Renew with 9 to shoot. Working against Hall. That's a travel.
And that's the way to play defense.
TV, stream now. Pay never. Walker left open, and he buries another 3.
And I know it's the Walker show right now, the way he's shooting the basketball, but I got to go back to Hogard again in terms of the way he's pushing it in and dragging plenty of Indiana players into the paint to allow that kick out for Walker.
Tyson Walker has been masterful for Michigan State. Oh, speaking of which, this kid Ware just keeps on coming.
How do you stop that one, Spiro?
He has almost single-handedly kept the Hoosiers within striking distance. Look at the points in the paint discrepancy. All Indiana.
That was an area that Michigan State was hoping to do better than.
9 minutes left in regulation. Walker looking for more. This is Hall. Elevates. Contested free throw line jumper, and Ware clears for the Hoosiers.
There's some really, really big-time screens being set in this game out in the perimeter.
Again, if you've just joined us, no Trey Galloway in the second half for Mike Woodson and Indiana. As Baco snips it through from deep.
And how about Xavier Johnson just then, Spiro, just making the sound fundamental play. Release the basketball after guys sag into the middle and get your shooter a shot. It's the little things that'll win these games coming down the last 8 minutes and change.
Tyson Walker late to get to his feet. Michigan State a little bit stagnant. Hogard's going to pull too much. And Baco.
Problem with Michigan State right now is they don't have a post-up presence at all, so they're going to try to win this thing from the perimeter, which is difficult to do if Indiana's going to post up continually.
They double Renew. Johnson left open, and he hits. Indiana retakes the lead.
And looking for that double for Renew, and they paid on that.
First points for Johnson.
At least fake some double teams and go to the blocks. We'll see if they make a stronger adjustment.
This is Akins, elevates from 3 short, fight for it underneath, and it's last touched by Malik Hall.
See, I think Michigan State has to continue to look for that mid-range or paint area touches for Tom Izzo.
Again, we mentioned it just a couple of minutes ago. No Trey Galloway for Indiana in the second half. We saw him play 7 minutes in the first half. Such a key piece for Mike Woodson. He's got an ice bag on his left knee. Nothing official from Indiana as Ware catches, misses in tight.
Nice set by Mike Woodson just then. They had the mismatch and everything underneath, just missed the shot. You're right about Galloway in terms of setting the tone for this team, sitting over there on the bench. Last 6 games, he's had 3 games with 10+ assists, so he keeps the trigger going.
It's a different Indiana team without Galloway.
Nice diagonal.
Walker left open. Oh. And it's stuck back. Carson Cooper.
Well, one of the key reasons Cooper can get that was, number one, there's a seam open, but how soft did that shot come off the rim from long range? A lot of times you see misses from that deep and they kick out almost to the free throw line. Nice soft jumper there that allows the offensive rebound.
The sophomore from Jackson, Michigan, with one of the biggest plays of the day for the Spartans. Johnson gets it back into the corner for Leal. Off balance, boy, beautiful lob. Smart pass as he finds Ware.
Initially, I thought he was looking for a running left-handed hook just then, but I think you're right, Spiro. He was right on it with the lob pass. We'll give it to him anyway.
Back and forth, 1 point Indiana lead. We come up on 6 left here in Bloomington. Hogarth's going to reset.
Now, can he go by Johnson out front? There's the screen. Look at him go.
Here he comes down the paint.
He
traveled. You're right.
Yep, he traveled with a little stutter step. And why did he do that? Because of Ware. We'll take a look here. Watch. Ware's going to stay with him. He sees the block shot opportunity. And that ball's going out of bounds anyway. And here, let's give it the running left-handed assist. Good luck.
See the turnovers by Michigan State, only their 2nd of the half.
Somebody going to double him. Here comes Walker sliding down. There they go.
Double team comes out to Johnson, back to Renew. Wow, look at the footwork. The shot, got it! Just brilliant by Renew.
And one of the key things there, Spiro, was the ability and unselfishness to give up the basketball. And watch how Renew, after he gives it up, the first time, watch as he gets it here. Look where he catches the ball. He's catching it right there. He gives it up. And now he goes to work because he's a couple of feet closer to the basket, knowing that his spin moves are going to be more effective because he's 2 feet closer.
Big-time prospect, former 2-time national high school champion at Montverde Academy. Originally committed to Florida, then the departure of Mike White. And his path took him here to Bloomington. Mike Woodson said for stretches last year, I couldn't keep Renew on the floor, all the foul issues that he had. But boy, he has made some big plays down the stretch today.
Look at Ware is just roaming around here now. Spiro, watch him. He just cheats a little bit when the ball comes to the left side. Watch, he's going to step into the middle of the lane, so he's ready to protect.
Walker's got to hurry, 1 to shoot, inside.
Nope.
Missed it. And it's a shot clock violation and a Michigan State turnover.
Now the crowd is getting into Michigan State's offensive sets, really affecting him a bit. Tries to go around the corner here. And look at Ware. Ware is just sitting in the middle of the floor waiting for an opportunity to either deflect a shot or at least intimidate.
Boy, Tyson Walker, who has been so good in the second half, with a critical mistake there, and now the Spartans leaning on their defense. Johnson, the jump pass underneath to Renew.
Loves that jump pass, doesn't he?
Backing down, Walker!
Look up.
Ahead of the pack, here comes Akins, puts it down! Angry left-handed flush by Akins.
What a quick release, too, in the backcourt just then to get it to a guard. Timely play by Walker, too, to recognize his guard mate is the one who's going to be running out on that play.
This is Mbako, gets those shoulders squared, not that time. And Indiana comes up empty.
I think you want to settle just a touch if you're Michigan State right now.
2 teams jostling for seeding in next week's conference tournament in Minneapolis. Winner of this one can finish as high as 6th or 7th. The loser in this game will be the 8th seed. Akins from deep.
Yeah, Johnson lost them.
Boy, Hall kept it alive. And the shot clock resets to 20. It was Hall and Cooper getting him the extra possession.
Here come the high screens. He could go either way right now, trying to eventually get to the paint. Nice work there by Johnson out front. Here's the paint.
Boy, Hogard nearly turned it over. And this is going to be a tripping call against Johnson and Indiana.
Team fouls are important too. Michigan State has 6 of them right now.
A.J. Hogard, just think of all the veteran experience that the Spartans have for these kinds of moments. Walker misses. Akins streaking in, couldn't squeeze it.
They got a 4-on-2 if they hurry.
Boy, dangerous pass. It's Akins with the interception.
I don't know what Johnson was thinking right there with plenty of action on the left side of the floor. He throws a floater.
Johnson has had to play heavy minutes in the second half with no Trey Galloway for Mike Woodson in Indiana.
And can he play it without turning things over?
Cooper
Watch out.
And Ware got him across the arms. So Cooper now, who's still down, is going to shoot free throws for Michigan State.
Here's that bump and run to the pick and roll.
Clear contact from Ware across that right wrist.
Yeah, no question. I was looking to see if Cooper was going to be able to be close enough to get that ball and dunk it. I'm not so sure he was, but then Ware pulled him back and neutralized that totally.
Only the 4th and 5th free throws for Michigan State as a team. With 90-minute episodes all season. The Amazing Race season premiere Wednesday, 9:30, 8:30 Central, CBS, and streaming on Paramount+.
When you only get 17% of your offense from free throws, you better start making them if you get to the line in the last 2.5, just under 3 minutes.
First tie. As Indiana at one point was up 17, they were up 5 at halftime. This is Renew taking contact with a chance to complete a three-point play. Too much, the rebound, and then it's ripped back by Renew.
I was going to say they did not do a good job of blocking out on that missed free throw just then.
Boy, the little things that make such a big difference in this kind of a setting. Missed box out by the Spartans. But now can their defense hold? Renew one-on-one with Hall. The spin, missed it. Cooper tracks down the rebound. Walker is bumped from the back. This is going to be against Mbako. 1-and-1 for Walker. Big free throw.
So here we go. As he, you know what? Back astride, he might have gotten tangled up, but they weren't showing that part of the play up on the overhead.
Those are big, big free throws.
So I'm going back. He may have gotten hit.
Not used to you flip-flopping.
That was a real flip-flop.
We are tied as we hit the 2-minute mark here in Bloomington. Here's Ware, who's been magnificent, puts it up, and he's headed to the free throw line.
3 Spartans were trying to get in there to really at least deflect the ball. They surrounded him. And Ware just establishes. Now watch him here, and watch the people coming in. There's going to be a couple from every side, so he's surrounded, and he somehow gets a shot off, and he gets a beautiful, friendly bounce.
Told you how good he's been over the past month or so. But Ware leaves a point at the free throw line, so it's a 2-point Indiana lead with 1:46 remaining.
Let's see if Hogard can make something happen into the paint again.
Into the corner for Hall, fakes the 3, and they're going to reset with Walker.
Good no shot there by Hall.
Walker losing Leal inside, just masterful from Walker.
Boy, was there a tricky dribble on his second dribble to slide that ball and push it ahead of him to run after it a touch. You don't see that in traffic that often.
Walker has had some huge games in his career. He's got 30. Outside to Leal, chisels into the paint, flicks it up, he missed it. Fight for it, and look at Akins rip it away from Ware. 60 seconds.
Tom Izzo wants to talk things over. Michigan State to go from not a quick hitter in the first 5 seconds, but get a relatively fast shot off here to play the clock and maybe get 2 possessions versus 1 for Indiana.
This is Walker looking for some daylight, flicks it up at the rim, he missed it. Offensive rebound, Cooper, and he missed it in tight. Michigan State comes up empty. We're tied with 38 seconds left.
And Mike Woodson's going to talk things over.
And Baco inbounds. This is Johnson.
Yep, there's Renew catching it.
On the box. Hall on his back. Here comes the double. 6 to shoot. Johnson, lead bounce. This is Ware. Hall got a piece, but a whistle is blown, and a foul is going to put Ware at the line with a chance to give Indiana the lead. 17 seconds left.
Size does matter here. Watch the catch. And he goes up, and just because he's longer than Hall is the only reason he gets this shot over him, but still he gets fouled right there against the right forearm.
Kel'el Ware, 16 second-half points. Mentioned the Indiana struggles at the free throw line this season. Worst free throw shooting team in the conference this season. You see Trey Galloway, haven't seen him in the second half. He's got that ice bag on his left leg. Nothing official from the Hoosiers. He played 7 minutes in the first half. When he left the game, Indiana was up, Jimmy, 20-5.
Right.
Boy, Ware fighting through those free throw struggles.
At least one goes.
1 point Indiana lead. Here's Tom Izzo's going to take his last timeout.
Hall and Cooper, who's pretty active on the offensive glass, but Walker looks like he's leaning towards it. Here we go.
Michigan State was down 17 in the first half. They were down 5 at halftime. Here's Walker. He has been brilliant. He knifes in, flicks it up. No, fight for it inside. It's loose. Johnson takes, and Indiana escapes with a 1-point win.